turn it over to Evan.
20 years ago, Silence of the Lambs won the Oscar for Best Picture. George Bush's father was President of the United States, and the New York Giants defeated the Buffalo Bills in Super Bowl 25.
That wasn't hard.
20 years ago is more than a lifetime for the student athletes here tonight. Sparta football has seen some changes over the course of 20 years: coaches, conferences, and the steady deterioration of our field. In short years on varsity, I have had 2 different head coaches, 4 different long snappers, 2 different holders, and I've worn out 6 pair of kicking cleats. To find some consistency in high school football may seem a futile effort, except for the fact that for the last 20 years, there has been one constant on our sideline: our team physician, Dr. Kane. Over the course of 20 years, Dr. Kane has diagnosed and tended to a multitude of sport-related injuries: torn ligaments, strains, sprains, stingers, muscle pulls, neck and back spasms, dislocations, dehydration, hyperextensions, broken bones, bloody noses, cuts, cramps, and the dreaded concussions. Come to think of it, most of those injuries were suffered by Chris Kane this evening. Dr. Kane's approach to treatment can be as unorthodox as pickle juice for cramps to as simple as and/or as complicated as having athletes count backwards from 100 by 7s to test for concussions. Really, Dr. Kane? Some of the linemen have difficulty with the concept on 2. Just for the record, the correct response is 100, 93, 86, 79, 72, 65, and so on.
You can play that.
I would like to publicly apologize to anyone who may be a patient of Dr. Kane's and who's had the misfortune of being in his waiting room on a day when I also had an appointment. Without a doubt, your wait time was longer than it should be. The first 10 minutes of my appointment was always spent talking about Sparta football. How does the team look this season? What do we know about the opponent of our next game? What's the weather supposed to be like? And how will that affect your kicking game? And what adjustments will I make? In football, when you make a mistake, you can usually correct it quickly. Miss a tackle, drive the guy into the ground in the next play. Drop a pass, catch the next one and throw it to him. It's a little different for kickers. I miss a field goal, and it's back to the sideline to stand around and do nothing except think about it. Those are the times when I usually walk down the line and stand as far away as I possibly can from the rest of the team. Kickers like to be alone with their thoughts. Thankfully, it didn't happen too often, but when it did, there was only one person on the sideline who would ever approach me: Dr. Kane. A former collegiate player, he instinctively knew exactly what to say, and more importantly, what not to say. Most of the time, we didn't even make eye contact. He would just sort of stroll over and stand beside me, and after a while, acknowledge that I must be feeling lousy, and remind me that there's still a lot of games to be played. A quiet moment, a pat on the helmet, a little pickle juice for the soul. I thank you for those moments, Dr. Kane. It is my honor to represent an entire generation of Sparta high school football athletes and their parents, and simply say, with a full heart of gratitude, thank you, Dr. Kane, for your love for football, for your commitment to our team, and for always making the health and well-being of our athletes your first priority. We have been blessed to have you on our sideline and in our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Frank Kane.